Ball 4 outside by just a couple of inches. And how about that, Ohtani? Well, I think you could call that unselfish there. You know, I think a lot of times this postseason we have seen him chase and try to do too much. Well, there he's content to take a 2-out walk.
Exactly. And it's so difficult as a hitter to use the discipline and say, look, I'm not going to swing a pitch out of the strike zone.
Now Mookie Betts. Ohtani on first, 2 outs in the second. First pitch swinging and fouling. That's strike 1, back behind home plate. Betts is 1 for 1 with a base hit and a run scored. Part of that 3-run first inning for the Dodgers here in Game 4. It's still 3-0. 2 outs in the home half of the second. Quintana about to throw his 40th pitch of the game already. Here it is. And Betts has to check his swing on a pitch inside, and they say that he did not hold up. The Brewers win the appeal to Chad Fairchild, the first base umpire. Flags blowing in center field. Straight toward right. Quintana will throw over to first. Ohtani back to the bag safely without a tag attempt from Bowers. Here comes the 0-2. And misses low. And outside. So Betts, that single in the first is his second hit of the series. 2 for 12. He's driven in 2. He's walked twice. And he has scored once. On a 1-2 from Quintana. Betts lifts one high into left center field. Shallow left center though. Perkins calling off everybody, and he makes the routine catch. So Quintana works around the 2-out walk to Ohtani, who's now got to trot back into the dugout and prepare to pitch again. The third inning coming up in Game 4. The Dodgers lead Milwaukee 3-0.
AM 570. Great moments.
Roberts.
You know what Roberts has done? I across an interesting note yesterday. You start to look since division play began, 1969. The top winning managers since that with the most wins, Bruce Bochy, Joe Torre, Dave Roberts.
Is that company good?
Golden.
8-9-1 due up for the Brewers against Ohtani in this third inning. Shohei had 29 pitches through 2 innings. The first pitch misses up and away, ball 1. Blake Perkins, switch hitting center fielder, batting from the left side. Swings and misses, 1-1. There's a cutter down and in. The pitch. Perkins hits it foul over the net to our left into the Loge level. 1-2. Perkins making his first start of the series. He came off the bench yesterday after Jackson Churio, I beg your pardon, had to exit with an injury. So he stepped in there in an 0-2 count and ultimately struck out. But that strikeout goes to Churio's ledger. On a 1-2, Ohtani misses low with the curve. And that levels the count. On a 2-2, Perkins takes ball 3 low and outside. This is certainly not a batter that Ohtani would like to walk. Perkins, a .226 hitter in the regular season. Here's the payoff. And that is well outside, ball 4, and it is a leadoff walk. The second in 3 innings from Ohtani.
Well, experience the thrill of October. We're right in it right now. Game 5, the National League Championship Series, tomorrow at 5:08 if necessary. So secure your postseason tickets now, Dodgers.com/postseason. And if we do have a Game 5, we'll join you at 4 o'clock with the Bronco Casino Dodgers on Deck show.
Ohtani out of the stretch. It is strike 1 taken by Joey Ortiz, a fastball in the inside corner at 98 miles per hour. Ortiz is 2 for 18 in the postseason. It's a 111 clip. Has Perkins on first, nobody out. Ohtani deals and finds a second strike at the top of the zone, taken by Ortiz. Dave Roberts said Ohtani's not going to have any limitations tonight here in Game 4 on the mound. On an 0-2, Ortiz pokes one in the air, foul on the right side to stay alive. He even mentioned specifically 7 innings and 100 pitches, potentially, if everything goes the Dodgers' way.
Well, the first 3 games, the starting pitching has been just shy of historic.
Ohtani with another 0-2, another foul ball from Ortiz. There's a fastball at 99.
How about when you combine Messrs. Snell, Yamamoto, and Glasnow? 22 2/3 innings over the first 3 innings, and make that first 3 games. Total of just 3 runs, total of just 7 hits, 25 strikeouts, and only 4 walks.
Another 0-2 pitch coming. It hooks outside. It's actually the first time that the Dodgers have allowed 0 or 1 run in 4 straight postseason games since they did it in 5 straight back when you had a front row seat in 1981. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. High heat from Shohei. 99 to punch the ticket of Ortiz.
Just a lot of different weapons in the arsenal of Ohtani. He doesn't try and just constantly throw it 99 or 100, throw it past someone. But he can use it as a weapon when needed.
Top of the order now. Bryce Turang, the second baseman. He led off the game with a walk. Takes a first pitch breaker from Shohei. That is splitting the plate at the knees. Oh, did he call that ball 1?
Yep.
Interesting. Perkins on first. 1 out in the top of the third. 3-0 Dodgers. On a 1-0, Turang will take a strike. 99, splitting the plate at the knees. By the way, in the American League Championship Series, it was tied at 2. Eugenio Suarez with his second home run. It was a grand slam that proved to be the game winner for Seattle. So the Mariners up 3-2. That series going back to Toronto. Turang can't check up his swing. A sword as he waves around strike 2. One on, one out, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ohtani misses up and away. A fastball slipped out of his hand. And he went to spit something out of his mouth before the ball even crossed home plate. So perhaps that impacted the pitch. So now let's see a 2-2. It's a breaking ball.
On and in with a curveball, and Turang has worked the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the reason why they haven't had to is what we were just talking about with these starting pitchers and how good they've been. For Ohtani, he's at 45 pitches here, actually now at 46 after that last one. 3-2 pitch and a pop-up foul back behind home plate and into the second deck down and to the left of us. And Turang spoils that pitch. It stays alive. That was a fastball inner half at 99, about thigh high. Ohtani just has so much that he can throw at you, and it's elite stuff. 3-2 pitch. There goes the runner, and it's a liner into left. Coming in is Kike Hernandez. Makes the catch. Now a throw back behind Perkins at first, and they doubled him off. Perkins was moving on the pitch. It was a line out from Turang. Hernandez running in to make that catch, was able to let that ball fly to first, and Perkins was trying to hustle back as quickly as he could, but Hernandez doubles him off, and that's how the series has gone for the Brewers so far here in Milwaukee and in LA. Hitting catcher First pitch from Quintana. Missed a little bit low with a changeup. And it's 1-0. Smith with a base hit and a run scored back in the first inning. 1 for 1 here tonight. 5 for 12 in the series for the Dodgers backstop, who has always hit well against the Brewers. Quintana looking in. And the 1-0 pitch. That is a strike. Got the outside edge with a changeup. It's 1-1. Brewers used 6 pitchers in games 1 and game 2. Used 4 last night. Get the feeling tonight could be a 6-pitcher kind of night for the Brewers. At least 1-1. A breaking ball is flipped foul and out of play first base side. 1-2 is the count here on Smith. Chad Patrick was up in the last inning. I think you'll see him first, but Jeff laid it out for him. Everybody available tonight, probably outside of Jacob Mizorowski and maybe Freddie Peralta. Quintana looks in. 1-2 pitch. And a soft liner into right. That's going to drop in front of Frelick for a base hit. Change up way off the plate away, and Will Smith just took his legs out of the swing and poked it into right field for a leadoff single.
Well, Lane, what the Dodgers are doing offensively is what the Brewers did all season long to other teams. Taking really good at-bats.
Game offensively about not just swinging at the right pitch, but the right swing for that pitch, right? And that was the case right there for Will Smith. Here's Freddie Freeman, takes down and away with a breaking ball. It's 1-0. Now, the pitch wasn't even a strike. It was off the plate. But if you're going to swing at that pitch, you're going to have to take your legs out of it and punch it into right, just like Smith did. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. He waved at a big breaking ball off the plate, and it's 1-1.
It's the thing we've seen a lot of with the Brewers in this series. They've gotten out of their approach a lot. And that takes nothing away from the pitching, as you talked about, that the Brewers have seen, but their approach has not been what it was during the regular season.
1-1. Here's a liner into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Couple of hops out to Frelick. Turning second on his way to third is Smith. And they've got runners on the corners with nobody out for the Dodgers here in the third. Chad Patrick is getting loose in that Brewers bullpen. Again, not a hard hit ball at all. These have been 2 soft singles by the Dodgers. That one hit off the end of the bat for Freeman, and that's going to be it for Jose Quintana. Pat Murphy is out of the dugout. He's made the call to the bullpen, and Chad Patrick is coming into this game. U.S. Cellular, proud to support the Brew Crew. When the game is on, don't miss your chance to turn off ringers and cheer for dingers. U.S. Cellular, built for us. 3-0 Dodgers, and they are threatening here in the bottom of the third on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance. Brewers fans! Patrick's first pitch to Edman is lined down the right field line, but foul. And out of play, and it's 0-1. Got a cutter down and in, and he yanked that ball into the seats down the right field line in foul territory. Edman, an RBI single back in the first inning. He's had another good postseason. He was a postseason hero last year for the Dodgers. Part of that big three-team trade. The Cardinals and the White Sox. 0-1. And he yanks another one foul. Similar spot. And it's 0-2. Eric Fetty was in that deal. Going to St. Louis from the White Sox. Michael Kopech came to the Dodgers in that deal. Tommy Edman came to the Dodgers in that deal. Bunch of moving pieces. No balls and 2 strikes. Patrick brings home the pitch and fouled straight back into the net. Stings at 0-2.
Dodgers didn't give up much in that deal.
It's amazing how often it feels like they don't. We marvel at the Contreras trade because the Brewers that was the heist of the century for the Brewers on the Contreras trade. It really was. What a masterful job that was by Matt Arnold and staff pulling that one together. 0-2 is down and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. It feels like we say that a lot about the Dodgers when they make deals. Like, well, what'd they give up? And granted, we're not as familiar with their prospects as you are your own. One-two pitch. Got him looking. Cutter, low outside corner, and a big ortho ASAP strikeout of Tommy Edman for Chad Patrick. Start healing faster with ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at Ortho Wisconsin. So here's Teoscar Hernandez. RBI ground out back in the first, 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch from Patrick. A strike at the very top of the strike zone with a cut fastball. It's 0-1. Here's a club you're going to want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app. It opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download the Club Citgo app today. A 1 pitch, and Hernandez checks on a pitch that missed high with a 2-seamer. And it's 1-1. Runners on the corners for the Dodgers here. They lead the Brewers 3-0. Brewers have to win or they go home. Trailing in this series 3-0. 1-1 pitch. He is fouled back and out of play, and it's 1-2. This team has had so much fight all season long. We have documented the 0-4 start over and over again. Where they were in late May before they started to play their best baseball. The return of Brandon Woodruff in early July, on July 6th, that really catapulted them into playing the best baseball across the league for the next 6 weeks at least. They've seemingly always had an answer for any of the adversity they faced. 1-2 is found back and out of play. Stays at 1-2 on Hernandez. And it is fair to say they face a ton of adversity right now. In an elimination game, trailing 3-0 and runners on the corners and 1 away. Can Patrick try to wiggle his way out of this and keep the door open for the Brewers here in this game? 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. He chased a breaking ball down in the dirt, and he strikes out Teoscar Hernandez. Another ortho ASAP strikeout for Patrick, and he's an out away from getting out of this jam. And you're looking for any kind of lift, any kind of momentum you can grab onto if you're the Brewers and just ride it. And if a little gleam for that first base dugout. The veteran Max Muncy steps in. Patrick brings home the first pitch, missed down and in. Good stop by Contreras. It trickled away from him, but not far enough for anybody to advance. It's 1-0. Patrick has been great for the Brewers in this role. He's been great for the Brewers in any role they've asked of him this year. He's a big reason why the Brewers kept their head above water in the first half of the season, plugging a big hole in the dam in that starting rotation. The 1-0 pitch, and a ground ball to first. Glove by Bauer, steps on the bag, and the Brewers get out of it. Chad Patrick, a masterful job of working around some traffic. He had runners on the corners, nobody out when he came in, gets a couple of strikeouts and a ground out, and no damage done. 3-0 Dodgers as we head to the fourth on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Members of LiUNA are the most...
Let's see if we can figure out the...
Jackson Chourio, he has had a very good postseason. His results in this series don't tell the entire story. 1-0 pitch is a swing and a foul back into the net, and it's 1-1. Had the home run against Yamamoto in Game 2 back in Milwaukee on Tuesday night. That is his only hit of the series, but he has hit the ball consistently hard all series long. He has hit into some bad luck in this series, and swings and fouls this one up and out of play first base side. It's 1-2. Had a great series against the Cubs in the NLDS. He has shown to be a postseason performer, and the experience he's gotten this year going deeper into the playoffs could pay off dividends in the future. 1-2, missed inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We saw how he performed in the wild card series a year ago. When the stage is its biggest, it seems like Jackson just gets better. Ohtani's 2-2 is a fly ball down the left field line. This is hooking down the line, and it's going to one hop up over the wall in the corner for a ground rule double. It landed about 6 feet shy of the wall down that left field corner in fair territory, and then bounced into the stands. And so Chourio has the Brewers' first hit of this game. It is a leadoff double, $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westman, the Silver Lining. And the Brewers have their leadoff man aboard for the third time in 4 innings now. And here's Christian Yelich, who struck out looking back in the first. Yelich is 1 for 12 in the series. Had an infield single yesterday. Ohtani looks back at Chourio in the pitch. And Yelich, a sharply hit ground ball to short. That's near the bag at second. Scoops it up and throws to first. Chourio goes to third on the play. Yelich is retired, but he does move the runner over. And that'll get Contreras to the plate. Carbless is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless, less is more. Brewers trailing 3-0, but even to get one here would feel big, just to get on the board. Try to get yourself back into this one. You're in it at 3-0, but it feels a little bit bigger of a gap than that because the Brewers just haven't had much to talk about offensively yet in this game. But now runner at third with 1 out. Ohtani's first pitch to Contreras. Missed inside of the slider. It's 1-0. Contreras struck out against Ohtani back in the first, 0 for 1 tonight. 1-0 pitch. And that landed for a strike at the very top of the strike zone with a slider. 1 ball and 1 strike. Contreras 0 for 11 in this series. He's another guy that's probably swung it better than the results would look. 1-1. And a pop-up, foul territory. Freeman giving it a look. It's going to find its way into the Brewers' dugout. Actually hits on the backside of the netting and bounces up into the lower bowl. 1-2 on Contreras. And another guy that had a very big NLDS, couple of really big swings for the Brewers in that divisional series. Trying to get himself on the board here in the NLCS. Ohtani's 1-2. Missed down and in with that splitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is such a big pitch for him. Haven't seen it a lot yet tonight. He usually saves that for maybe that second time through, maybe the third time through. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It'll sweeper down and away. And Contreras strikes out for the second time tonight. It's going to be up to Jake Bauers. The Brewers got the leadoff double from Chourio. Yelich got him to third on a ground out. Contreras unable to put the ball in play in an at-bat that was begging for contact. And now it's going to be up to Bauers trying to come through. The pitch from Ohtani is inside. Fastball at 99. That one didn't miss by a lot, but it did. It's 1-0. Ohtani's at 60 pitches. 1-0 pitch. Chopper foul into the Brewers dugout. 1-1. Ohtani's been pretty sharp here tonight. Hard to argue anything but that. I do think the Brewers' at-bats have been a little bit better in terms of just competing throughout the at-bat and trying to get deeper into counts. 1-1, half swing and a miss on a fastball that ran in at 99. It's 1-2. But Ohtani, who just gave up his first hit of this game, a double to Chourio, is a strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage done. Brewers were able to get out of a jam in the bottom of the third inning, and now Ohtani trying to work around this double here in the fourth. Bauer's been arguably as good a hitter as the Brewers have had in the postseason. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a splitter. When he needed a strikeout, went to that splitter away to the lefty. Bauers strikes out, and the Brewers will strand Chourio at third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Dodgers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina. Great moments in
down, and it's 1-0. Hernandez flied out to Frelick in right, back in the second inning. 4 for 11 in this series for Hernandez. 1-0 offering, and that caught the inside corner with a strike. It's 1-1. That was the cutter that time from Patrick. Patrick, one of a big group of rookies that had a big impact on this season. Swing and a miss on a cutter outside, and it's 1-2. Especially on the mound. Think about Chad Patrick, Logan Henderson, Jacob Mizrowski, of course. Brewers had to ask a lot of some of these young arms because of all the injuries they dealt with. 1-2 pitch, and that is a called third strike. A two-seam fastball caught the outside corner, and he strikes out Sigue Hernandez. That's his third strikeout since coming on in relief for Chad Patrick. Ortho ASAP strikeout. And now here's Andy Pages. And Quinn Priester's not a rookie, but basically is one. He's just officially not able to be considered as such, but barely past that mark. Swing and a miss for Pages, and it's 0-1. You think about the bulk of the innings those guys gave the Brewers over the course of this year and how effective all of them have been. 0-1. Came inside, almost hit Pages. He gets out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. Another great job that Chris Hook and his group have done this year with this Brewers pitching staff, having to navigate a lot of injuries. 1-1, swing and a miss at that slurve, and it's 1-2. Chad Patrick was talking about that pitch the other day in the press conference, and he said, my slurve, I guess. I don't know what you guys call it.
It's good.
Chad, you get to call it whatever you want to call it. 1-2 pitch. And there's a called third strike. A fastball at 95 right down the middle. Man, Chad Patrick is pitching wonderfully so far here tonight. He's retired all 5 that he's faced, 4 of them via the strikeout. Another Ortho ASAP strikeout. 2 down for Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani, the solo home run back in the first inning, walked in the second inning. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and the health plan experience you want with Network Health. Out of the windup, the 0-1. Missed down low with a breaking ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. Patrick trying to work a 1-2-3-4. He's got to go through Ohtani to do it. The 1-1 pitch. And that just missed outside with that slurve. That could have been deemed a strike. Very close pitch. It's 2-1. Patrick looking in. Again out of the windup. Here's the 2-1 offering. That one missed low. That was the breaking ball again. 3 balls and 1 strike. I think you'll see the Brewers be very careful with Ohtani, as every pitcher always tries to be, knowing how dangerous he is. 3-1. And this is a fly ball to right. Hit well. Frelick back and just watching that one. I never even saw it come down. It's all the way out of the ballpark. That got all the way out of here. That went over the awnings in right and all the way out of the ballpark. 469 feet from Shohei Ohtani. It's 4-0 Dodgers. We've seen some mega blasts in this ballpark, and Kyle Schwarber had one in the NLDS. I've never seen anything quite like that. I lost it. I mean, I knew it went out of here because I never saw it come back down. It was a cutter. It wasn't even a strike. It was in off the plate, maybe by a baseball. And now here's Mookie Betts. Swing and a foul back, and it's 0-1. And Shohei Ohtani's hit 2 solo home runs in this game. He's thrown 4 shutout innings. This is why the Dodgers pay him what they pay him. 0-1. Missed inside to Betts. 1 ball and 1 strike.
His first one was 116.5 off the bat. This one was 116.9. And he bested his other home run by 24 feet.
1-1 pitch. Missed down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. We are seeing one of the best single performances in postseason history tonight in a single game. Nobody's ever done what Ohtani's done. 2-1. That is in there with a strike on a sinker, and it's 2-2. He is a special kind of baseball player. There is no way around it. He is something we've never seen and never will see again, more than likely. Here's a ground ball foul up the third baseline. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Betts. On Betts, rather. 2-2. Patrick looking in. And the pitch. And a fly ball to left. This one's going to be in the ballpark for Churio. Moving to his right a couple of steps. Now back to his left. Settles underneath it and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Ohtani with a solo home run. The Dodgers lead at 4-0 as we head to the 5th on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
There's a new voice for you.
Two mammoth homers, 469 feet, his last one, that went out of the stadium. The 0-1 pitch, and Frelick fouls it back into the net. It's 0-2. Frelick popped up to short his first time up. Oh, by the way, he has struck out 6 in 5, I should say 4 one-hit innings so far, as he is pitching in the 5th. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Frelick takes high with a fastball, still pumping in 99-mile-an-hour fastballs. I think everybody in the right field pavilion is still kind of up in arms about where that ball landed. 1-2 pitch. It's down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He tried the splitter.
If that was in Pittsburgh, it might have been over the Allegheny.
There's no doubt. That hits one of the tiki boats on the far side of the Allegheny River. That's one of the farthest balls we've seen hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Certainly not the hardest. We saw that in Pittsburgh this year. O'Neill Cruz. 2-2 coming. And Frelick hits it foul. Take 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Two coming back on Frelick, and he pops it up. Shallow center. Pages coming in. Pages will make the catch. 1 away in the 5th inning. Cavalcade of stars in the radio booth today. Kent Sommerfeld, our producer and engineer, year number 40. Brewers baseball, Lane Grindle, year number 10. Josh Maurer in the booth. Sophia Minert hanging out with us. Jeff Levering with you. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I know it's late back in Wisconsin. Here's the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss by Caleb Durbin on a breaking ball. And it's 0-1.
Year number 11 for you?
Yeah, year 11 for me, for sure. A historic year for the Brewers. 97 wins. Here's the pitch, and Durbin takes a sweeper for a strike. It's 0-2. However, you're tuning us in. A lot of people doing some early Halloween decoration looking or putting your kiddos to sleep. We appreciate you being with us. This one is bounced towards third and foul. Stays 0-2 on Caleb Durbin. No, a lot of folks during this postseason run have busted out the old transistor radios and have tuned into Brewers baseball, so we appreciate you. However you're listening, wherever you are all along the Brewers radio network. Milwaukee to Rhinelander and everywhere in between. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Durbin. And 4-0 Dodgers in the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch to Durbin. And it's fouled away. He hangs in there. Up and down the state, north to south, east to west. Brewers fans out there, we hear from all of you, and we appreciate each and every one of you. 1-2 coming. And a check swing. He went around. Strike 3. 7th strikeout for Shohei Ohtani. Struck out 9 Phillies in his last appearance. His first ever playoff game. All those years with the Angels, never had an opportunity to pitch in the playoffs. Never got to the playoffs till he was a Dodger. Here's Blake Perkins. Takes his time out before digging in. He drew a walk back in the 3rd inning. One of just 3 base runners tonight against Shohei Ohtani. And the first pitch to Perkins is swung on and fouled off the foot of Will Smith.
Great example of how baseball's a team game, though, right? I mean, in Ohtani himself, the Angels had 2 of the best players in baseball. And then he had Mike Trout, who I know wasn't always healthy, but when healthy, for a lot of those years that Ohtani was there, it was one of the best players in the game.
0-1 down and away. Big curveball at 71. 1 ball and 1 strike.
If you had 2 players on that level in the NBA, or frankly, if you had a quarterback at that level in football, it can just change an entire organization.
1-1, a swing and a miss at a cutter. Perkins down on the count, 1-2.
But it takes sometimes 50, 55 guys to navigate a 162.
Well, if you're the Dodgers, then you've got a whole bunch of those kind of guys. 1-2 pitch to Perkins. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ohtani with his 8th strikeout. And after hitting a moonball in the bottom of the 4th, he goes 1, 2, 3 in the 5th with a couple of Ks. We're halfway home. It is 4-0 Los Angeles. And he misses down and away on Will Smith. Quick vibe check. Well, the vibes are better for the Dodgers fans than they are for the Brewers fans right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's down and away and skips back to the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes, but a cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Will Smith, 2 for 2 tonight. Scored a run back in the first inning. Was stranded at third in the third. Pair of solo homers by Shohei Ohtani. He has taken the Brewers the rest of the way on the mound. And pitches a strike on Smith. It's 2-1. 5 scoreless, 1-hit innings for Shohei. 2-1 coming. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. At the fastball by Smith. Freddie Freeman to follow, and then Tommy Edman from 4 and 5 in the Dodgers order against Chad Patrick, and the Brewers bullpen is quiet. Big crowd again at Dodger Stadium. 2-2 pitch is popped up first base side. Bowers in fair territory will take a step into foul territory and make the catch for out number 1. 52,883 at the ballpark tonight as Freddie Freeman checks in. Freeman 1 out of 2 had a base hit back in the third. Freeman waits as Patrick deals, and it's hit foul just to our left. Count goes to 0-1. .37 pitches out of the bullpen. Pitch is a swing and a miss by Freeman. Patrick's allowed just 2 runs this postseason. Pair of solo homers, 1 to Freddie Freeman. And the other Ohtani. The 0-2 pitch, line to left. Back is Churio. He's got a beat on it, makes the catch head high. 2 gone in the 5th inning. Well, in the postseason, team needs someone they can count on. Someone like Usinger's sausage. Year after year, decade after decade, century after century, Usinger's has been Milwaukee's finest, always coming through in the clutch. When it's win or go home, bring your best. Bring Usinger's. Well, for the Brewers, they are indeed win or go home at this juncture. Tommy Edman uses his timeout as that pitch timer was winding down. The Brewers got through the Cubs in the division series. Took them down in a winner-take-all Game 5 in Milwaukee. First one to Edman, a drive into right. Back is Frelick, and he will leap, and he makes the catch on the warning track. Sal Frelick just able to bring that ball in and take an extra base hit away from Tommy Edman. Outstanding effort from the Gold Glove winner last year and a Gold Glove finalist in 2025. Frelick, a dazzling play to end the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's 4-0 Dodgers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Save big money on your...
Dodgers in Game 4 of the NLCS. Brewers trying to avoid being swept in the NLCS by L.A. They've got a lot of work to do as Ohtani delivers a first pitch strike with a breaking ball, and it's 0-1 on Collins. Hit .263 during the regular season with 9 home runs. He's 0 for 7 in the playoffs. He swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 0-2. Was arguably the front-runner of the Rookie of the Year category up until mid-August. His playing time got cut down. Jackson Chourio came back from his injury. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Collins a check swing. He went around. Strike 3. 9 Ks for Shohei Ohtani. He has matched his playoff career high. He punched out 9 his last time. Tell you, the starters in this series lane, they have been impressive. Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Ohtani have struck out no fewer than 7, as the pitch is a strike on Bryce Turang. 2 walks issued by Ohtani tonight. 0-1 to Turang is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Last 4 games coming into today, the starters for the Dodgers, 38 innings, just 4 runs, and 13 hits allowed. Here's the pitch. Foul back by Turang. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, you look at all those performances, and it's wild. I would probably put Snell 1. This one, because he's hitting 2, you take it into context, it's clearly number 2. It's just on the mound. I mean, this is maybe the greatest postseason performance we've seen with our own eyes ever.
1-2, a swing and a miss and a splitter. Strikeout number 10 for Shohei Ohtani. Back-to-back Ks to start this 6th inning. As good as Yamamoto was, and he went a complete game and gave up just 1 run, Ohtani has been better tonight.
That's what I've said. A complete game might be the 3rd best pitch game out of that group.
That's crazy. 1 hit for the Brewers. Here's Chourio. He has that 1 hit, and he skies the first pitch into center field. Andy Pages nestles under it, makes the catch, and another clean inning for Shohei Ohtani. Boy, he just continues to roll. Bottom of the 6th is on the way, and the Dodger fans are starting to feel it in L.A. 4-0 L.A., and the Brewers Radio Network presented by American Family Insurance.
Let's see if we can.
Isn't right, so Blake Perkins is out of the ball game. 1-0 coming back on Teoscar Hernandez, and that clipped the bottom part of the strike zone. Hernandez taps it foul, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-2. You're trying to maximize your offensive potential by keeping Collins in the ball game in the number 9 spot. And then Monasterio will hit in the 8 spot, where Perkins previously was occupied. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch to Hernandez, and it misses low. No runs on just 1 hit for the Brewers. They've had 3 base runners against Shohei Ohtani, who just, again, is otherworldly. We have seen it front and center. We hadn't seen him pitch in a regular season game as a swing and a miss by Teoscar Hernandez. It's another strikeout for Chad Patrick, and he gets Hernandez for a second time. 5th K for Chad Patrick.
Chad Patrick's been awesome tonight. He gives up the 1 home run to Ohtani, but that wasn't even a strike.
No. Ohtani's playing a video game tonight while everybody else is playing Atari. Here's the pitch to Muncy. Ground ball on 2 hops. Right to Bryce Terang. He fields it and throws over to first base for out number 2. I mean, that's the way it feels. It feels like Ohtani's game today is in high definition. And then the rest of this is in 8-bit.
He's a cheat code. He really is.
God, it's crazy. And the crazy thing is the Brewers had handled him pretty well offensively over the course of this series. Today is just a different animal. And typically he does not hit exceptionally well when he's pitching. That has been an outlier tonight. Hernandez sends one in the air to left. In comes Collins. He is under it, makes the play, and Chad Patrick puts up a 0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. On to the 7th in L.A. 4-0 Dodgers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Enbridge's Line 5 pipeline is critical energy infrastructure running through northwestern Wisconsin. Let's see if we can figure out.
1-0. He has pitched a gem. If that is all he had done, you would be talking about this for the next couple of days, the way he has pitched. But it's not all he's done. 1-0 pitch to Yelich is a strike at the knees with a fastball at 98. It's 1-1 strike. He's hit 2 mammoth home runs. 1-1 pitch. Yelich took outside. Boy, that one just missed at 98. Probably could have been a strike. Yelich gets the call. It's 2-1 strike on Christian. Ohtani working out of the windup. 2-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner. That was the worst pitch than the one before. But that time, Ohtani gets the call, so they're even. It's 2 strikes. Ohtani works out of the windup. He had not done that when he pitched with the Angels. He did before he ever came stateside and pitched in Major League Baseball when he was over in Japan. 2-2. Bounced that one to the dirt. The count is full. 3 strikes. But he's gone back to working out of the windup with nobody on base, of course, this year. And has come back on the mound after missing all of last year on the mound. Here's the 3-2. Yelich took just a touch high and maybe a touch away for ball 4. So Yelich works a leadoff walk here in the 7th, and we'll see. That should probably get some action going in the Dodgers bullpen, and Vesia is getting loose, the left-hander. So here's Contreras, who struck out twice against Ohtani. He's going through this lineup a third time tonight. Brewers just the one hit. It was a automatic double by Churio to lead off the 4th inning. Pitch to Contreras is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries for $17.99. Win, lose, home or away. Visit georgewebb.com for locations and details. Out of the stretch, the 0-1 is swung on and fouled in and out of the mitt of Will Smith. And then kicks out towards first base. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Home plate umpire Adam Beck walking new baseball out to Ohtani because that one got a piece of Smith. Just buying him a little bit of time. Yelich gets his lead from first, being held on by Freeman. 0-2 pitch. And Contreras, did he go? Nope. They appeal to first. Chad Fairchild said he did not offer it that sweeper down and away. And it's 1-2. It is a 4-0 Dodgers lead. It actually feels probably... One-two pitch. Fouled back and out of play. Stays at 1-2. It feels very Dodger right now with the way this game has transpired and the performance that Ohtani's putting together. But the Brewers, who've had a lot of big innings this year, still have life if they can put something together here in the 7th. And Contreras took a sweeper down and away. 2 strikes.
Best team in Major League Baseball when they scored 4 runs or more. 81-17.
And now Contreras will take a timeout and step out of the box.
But they got to score runs.
But they got to score those runs, yes.
They haven't done that yet.
Just want to make Drago bleed a little bit. 2-2 pitch. Down to the dirt. Count is full. 3 strikes.
He's not a machine, right?
Cyborg. You got to have that moment where you kind of break through and you realize, hey, we are who we are. We won 97 games. We've done this to a lot of teams, including this team in the regular season, but you got to have that moment to spark that, and they're running out of time for it, of course. Ohtani's 3-2 pitch, and a ground ball back up the middle into center field, a base hit for Contreras. So there you go, first and second, nobody out, and Dave Roberts promptly jumps out of the Dodgers dugout. That's going to be it for Shohei Ohtani. So the Brewers will get the tying run of the on-deck circle here. That is worth something right now. At least make the Dodgers have to breathe a little heavier here. And Dieter Ruhl, the organist here at Dodger Stadium,
Jesus Christ superstar.
With quite a choice. It's a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. Ohtani is out. Vesey is coming in to face the left-handed hitting Jake Bowers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Let's see if we can figure out the following.
So the Brewers, maybe this is their window in this game. They have been begging for a clutch hit, some clutch damage all series long. Vaughn's been a guy that's been good in the postseason and providing the big moment. Vesia's first pitch, and Vaughn, chopper foul at the plate. It's 0-1. Vaughn is 0 for 10 in this series. 4 for 24 in the postseason, but 2 big home runs. Both in that divisional series against the Cubs. It was a big part of that second half surge for Milwaukee and against these Dodgers as well. The 0-1 up and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Had the home run in the first at bat as a Brewer for Vaughn against Yamamoto back in early July. Vesia looking in. Long hold in the 1-1. Swing and a miss. He went after an elevated fastball up and out of the zone at 92, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Vesia worked in the 6th inning of yesterday's game, and then worked into the 7th inning, got the final out of the 6th. 1-2 pitch. Vaughn took high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vesia gave up the double to Durbin to lead off the 7th inning, but no damage was done in that inning. Brewers have a little window open right here in the 7th. 2-2 pitch, and Vaughn, a sky-high pop-up. There's a fastball up and in. It's on the infield. Infield fly has been called. Betts makes the catch near the bag, and there's one out. That was a sky-high pop-up right behind the second base bag, and Betts was there. But again, infield fly had been called for, too. So here's Frelick. So lefty-lefty matchup here. You've got Durbin in the on-deck circle. If the Brewers can try to put something together. That's just the first out of this inning. Frelick 0 for 2. Sal's had a tough series, 1 for 12. This has been the guy, if you would ask Pat Murphy probably at any point over the course of the year, you need one guy to give you a good AB. This would probably be the guy he'd pick. Bessia's first pitch is a strike. Fastball on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Sal usually finds a way to compete pitch to pitch throughout the at-bat. The Brewers could use a good AB right here. Time is ticking on their season. The 0-1. And a ground ball, sharply hit to short. Betts steps on the bag at second, slings it to first, and the Dodgers are out of the inning. When they've needed a play defensively, they've made it every time in this series. We go to the bottom of the seventh. 4-0 Dodgers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Dear baseball fans, swing into action with
the first pitch, fouls it back into the net, and it's 0-1. Pages 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. What a performance from Chad Patrick tonight for the Brewers. 0-1 is right through there, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. 4 innings, just the 1 hit. It was a 469-foot home run hit by Ohtani. No walks and 5 strikeouts. Couldn't ask for anything more from Chad Patrick than that. 0-2, swing and a miss. And Pages down on strikes, and McGill, who's pitched very well in this postseason, off to a good start with a strikeout of Pages. And you can probably tell who's coming to the plate. The man of the night. Pretty good narrative coming into this series and throughout this series. Pitches a strike at the very top of the strike zone of fastball at 99. It's 0-1. About Ohtani's struggles at the plate. That narrative will be over after tonight. 0-1. And that just missed outside with a fastball at 99. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 home runs tonight for Ohtani. He's not been retired. He walked in his only other plate appearance. 1-1. That caught the outside corner with that curveball, and it's 1-2.
He's going to be back-to-back MVP in the National League. He's won back-to-back before in the American League, finished second, and he's going to win it again in the NL this year.
This is a performance we're going to talk about for a long time in baseball. 1-2 is a high fly ball, deep center. Frelick is back at the track. Ohtani's done it again. A night you may never see again in baseball history. Shohei Ohtani with his 3rd home run of this game, while also throwing 6 scoreless innings on the mound. There is no equal. It is 5-0 Dodgers. You can be frustrated, you can be disappointed, but you have to respect the game. Pitches a strike at the top of the zone to Mookie Betts. It's 0-1. There's no way you can't look at Shohei Ohtani and appreciate the greatness. Here's a fly ball to center. This is hit well. Frelick settling underneath of it, right up against the wall. He makes the catch and bangs against the wall in the process for the second out. They will talk about this performance when they talk.
Postseason game ever.
They might write a book about this performance itself. Pitch to Will Smith on the inside edge for a strike. It's 0-1. You don't even have to give all the superlatives of first time for this or that. Pitch is down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Everything he's done tonight has been the first time. One ball and 1 strike on Smith. And the pitch. That is a curveball that dropped in there for a strike. It's 1-2. By the way, the 7th inning stretch was brought to you by Island Resort Golf.com. Time to plan your total experience getaway. Head to where big wins and big fun come together. Visit Island Resort and Casino.com today. 1-2 pitch to Smith, and that missed outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And for all the talk about the struggles in the postseason at the plate, guess who has 5 home runs now in the postseason? 2-2 on Smith. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Elevated a fastball at 99, and the inning is over. But Ohtani has struck again. His 3rd home run of the night, and the Dodgers lead the Brewers 5-0 as we head to the 8th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
You've taught them, trained them.
trailing 5-0. Shohei leading the Brewers 3-0. Dodgers have 2 other runs. But Ohtani with 6+ innings. Struck out 10. Lunges 2 base hits, too. As Durbin hits one down the left field line. That's a fair ball and into the corner. Durbin into second base. The leadoff double. See if the Brewers can get something going. They had the first 2 men on in the 7th inning. You couldn't push anybody across. Double by Durbin. Andrew Monasterio digs in. 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Earn great union wages and benefits, building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org and feel the power. Another $75 for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend. The silver lining on that double by Durbin. Monasterio waits. First pitch to him misses down and away. Ball 1. Monasterio has not had an official at-bat in the postseason. He's come in defensively a couple of times. First AB. 1-0 pitch. He is down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, you get the Dodgers thinking a bit. Bullpen's moving. Anthony Bonda is getting ready. You never know. Piece together a couple of base hits. Pop one out of here. It's a ball game again. 2-0 is low. 3 balls and no strikes. And trying to having a tough time locating that sinker.
Dave Roberts has been hesitant to go 2 days in a row with Roki Sasaki, so you don't know that they would go to him tonight necessarily.
He hasn't gone back-to-back since he's come off the injured list. He was on the injured list for better than 4 months. Dave Roberts, his wheels are turning. 3-0. And the pitch, Durbin's going to take off. He will take third on what is ball. No, it's a strike. It was a late strike call from the home plate umpire. Durbin steals third base. It's 3-1. Infield is back, 3-1 pitch. And that is ball 4. Hesitated for just a moment, but it's first and third. Nobody out. Will Smith is out to chat with Blake Trinan as Isaac Collins digs in. Collins faced Trinan in last night's game, popped up the first pitch he saw from him. Baseball season, better known as Shandy season, baseball fans. Line & Kugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor. Line & Kugel's flavor of the moment. It turns out that those Ohtani solo homers in the 4th and 7th inning could be big insurance runs for the Dodgers. If the Brewers can put up a crooked number, they had more innings this year that they scored 4 or more runs in than anybody in Major League Baseball. Not out of the realm. If they're going to do it, they got to do it now. Pitch to Isaac Collins. Fly ball, left field, and foul into the seats. 0-1 on Isaac Collins.
Heck, good one to hit there. 95, pretty much right down the middle, just a little bit late.
Same pitch that he saw, that he popped up on the first pitch he saw last night in a pinch hit capacity. Collins' second at bat, struck out in the 5th. That was against Ohtani. Trinan sets. Here's 0-1. Collins, another pop-up. This one foul territory and in the seats again. Another pitch at 95, outer third, but hittable. 0-2 on Isaac Collins. The Brewers have had some chances to drive in runs. Have had leadoff doubles twice in the game. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. They're a breaking ball in the outer part of the plate. The Brewers have had the leadoff man on 5 different times in this game. Have not scored once. Dave Roberts is out. Trinan faces his 3 hitters. And his day is done. Anthony Bonda is coming in. U.S. Cellular call the bullpen has been made. U.S. Cellular, proud partner of the Brewers, reminds you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with us mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Bonda's in. He'll face Trinan on the other side of this break. 5-0 Dodgers.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is
2 men on and 1 away. Brewers trailing 5-0. And the pitch home. Turang takes outside with a breaking ball. Banda, originally a Brewers draft selection. We talked about that yesterday. Traded to Arizona for Gerardo Parra in 2014. Been a long and winding road for Banda. He's found a home in L.A. 1-0 pitch to Bryce Turang. Here's the set. And coming back. Ground ball hit softly to second base. Edman goes to second for one. On to first. It is late. Turang beat it out. Durbin scores. And it's 5-1. Brewers do not get shut out in game number 4. Dodgers are on the phone seeing if they want to challenge the play. They will not. And it's an RBI fielder's choice for Bryce Turang. Essentially running as he got out of the box. The Brewers may be looking to see whether or not Mookie Betts was on second base as he fielded that throw. Turang definitely safe. So an RBI ground out for Bryce Turang, just his 3rd RBI in the postseason. Jackson Chourio hits 1 for 3. The pitch home is up and away. That run charged to Trinan, I should say. Chourio fly to center his last time. Doubled back in the 4th. That was the first hit of the game for the Brewers. The pitch. Chourio swings and misses. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1, Jackson Chourio. Now's the time to leave nothing in the tank. The Brewers are down to their final 4 outs of their season. The pitch. Chourio lines it to left, a base hit. Into second base goes Bryce Turang, and Chourio whistles another hit. He's 2 for 4, and the tying run is in the on-deck circle for the Brewers as Christian Yelich digs in. Chourio hit that one 108 off the bat. Some of the hardest hit balls in this series have come off of the bat of Jackson Chourio. Yelich trying to extend the inning to Contreras as the bullpen starts to heat up. And that's Sasaki, who hasn't worked in back-to-back games all year. And Will Smith is going to go out and chat with Anthony Banda to give Sasaki an extra moment. I mean, you're 1 ball out of the ballpark away from having this thing be real interesting. Yelich at the plate. 1st and 2nd, 2 away. Top of the 8th inning. Brewers trailing by 4. Banda at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul at home plate. Got a hanging slider and fouled it right into the dirt. 0-1 on Yelich. Not many of the nearly 53,000 have left the ballpark. Will Smith relaying some signs out to his defense. Great speed on the bases with Turang and Chourio. Banda's 0-1. Down and away, knocked down by Smith. New baseball put into play by the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike on Christian Yelich. Had such a remarkable season. Trying to come up with a big hit here for the Brewers. 1-1 pitch. Bouncer right back to Banda. He's got it. Underhand flip to first. And the Brewers rally is over. They get a run and strand a pair. 7.5 innings complete. 5-1 LA on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance. Freeman sprays it foul. Gives us 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Oh, 1 pitch to Freddie Freeman is a breaking ball for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-2. Jared Canning with a phenomenal season for the Brewers out of their bullpen. Second straight year in the Brewers' pen where he has been relied upon so heavily. 0-2. Here comes the pitch to Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. That's one away as Koenig strikes out Freddie Freeman. Fourth ASAP strikeout for Koenig. Now it's Tommy Edman. Scoring position for the Brewers. They didn't have many in the first 2 games as Edman takes low for ball 1. They were 0 for 1 in the first 2 games combined. Today 0 for 8. Yesterday 1 for 7. Total of 1 out of 16 in 4 games as Edman pops it up, foul, and into the seats on the right side. Count evens at a ball and a strike. At the end of the day, over the course of 4 games, if you hold this Dodgers offense to 15 total runs, you're doing pretty good. The problem was you ran into a buzzsaw with what was on the mound. You still got 3 outs to play with. The 1-1 to Edman is ripped down the left field line, foul and off the netting. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tommy Edman. The Brewers swept the Dodgers in all 6 regular season games. This is a different animal in postseason for L.A. And they have proven that in this series. The 1-2. Edman swings and misses at a breaking ball. It's blocked by Contreras. Edman gives himself up for out number 2.
Well, Jeff, think about this. This is the defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. They added Blake Snell. They added Roki Sasaki, who's been a big part of this postseason. And they added Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher. Yeah, he was a part of this team last year, but he didn't pitch. They got a lot better in the offseason just by those additions on a team that already won it all a season ago.
First pitch to Teoscar Hernandez, a check swing. Did he go? He did not. 1 ball and no strikes.
And they added Michael Conforto, too. That didn't work out, but they had the margin for error.
They are a juggernaut. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch to Hernandez. A pop-up foul again, right side. Count evens at a ball and a strike. An American League Championship Series, a fun one. Shifting back to Toronto with the Mariners leading at 3-2. Chance to go to their first World Series ever. 1 game away. And that pitching staff loaded. 1-1 to Hernandez. It is called a ball. A really good pitch. Koenig couldn't believe it wasn't called a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Meanwhile, the Brewers still in really good position to be a very good team for a long time. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. It's 2-2. They can run it back next year with most of the same pieces. A handful of guys will be gone. You'll have another year of Mizorowski, a year older, a year wiser. That young core getting better. Andrew Vaughn, who finished the season on such a high note, he still has a lot of control. 2-2 pitch from Koenig. And it's rolled foul third base side. And Caleb Durbin, a rookie over at third base. Bryce Terang is going to get some MVP votes. I mean, it was a phenomenal year. And again, still not done. You got 3 outs to go.
And one of the top farm systems in baseball, too.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side, a base hit for Teoscar Hernandez. He plucked that one right off the ground. So 2-out single will lead Max Muncy against Jared Koenig. Muncy 0 for 3. The Dodgers, if they end That's incredible. 1 run in each of the 4 games of the series. Pitch to Muncy with Justin Dean taking over as a pinch runner for Teoscar Hernandez. Sasaki getting loose for the Dodgers in their bullpen. Dean takes off. And the throw to second base is going to be late. Not handled by Monasterio cleanly anyway. Dean steals second base. That kid can fly. Got a big jump on Jared Koenig as well. So a steal for Dean. First inning. And then solo homers by Ohtani in the 4th and 7th. 2-0 to Muncy. Down and away, 3-0 with Kike Hernandez on deck. The only earned run average that would be lower than a 1 would be the Orioles against the White Sox back in 1983 when the Orioles won the World Series. 3-0. Inside, he walked him. So the base hit by Hernandez. Now a walk to Muncy, and Kike Hernandez will hit. But before that, a trip to the mound by Chris Hook to go chat with Jared Koenig. The Brewers were trying to become the first team, and it was going to be a Herculean task to be down 3-0 and come back and win a championship series. There's only been one team to do it. That was the 2004 Red Sox. Harken back to that stolen base by Dave Roberts, and Roberts now the man. Here's the pitch, and Hernandez, a high fly to left center. Frelick on the warning track with a play. Makes the catch, and the Dodgers are finished in the 8th. One last try for the Brewers. They trail 5-1 as we go to the 9th in L.A. on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Now's the time.
And a first pitch strike on Contreras. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Contreras picked up his first hit of the LCS back in the 7th inning. He's 1 for 3. Sasaki, big tall right-hander, kicks and throws. And a swing and a miss at the splitter. Devastating. It's 0-2. The Brewers got to Sasaki in game 1. Couldn't finish the inning. 0-2 pitch is low and in the dirt. It's the first time he's pitching on back-to-back days. Picked up the save yesterday through a flawless 9th, including a strikeout. 1-2. Here comes Sasaki to the plate. Contreras waits. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle of base hit. And Contreras leads off the ninth with a single. He's 2 for 4. Fifth hit of the game for the Brewers. And now it's Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn popped to short as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. Second at bat for him. Looking for his first hit of this CS. The Brewers are down by 4. Here's the pitch. Vaughn, a swing and a miss at a high fastball about shoulder high. 52,883 in the ballpark. They have been treated to a historic game from Shohei Ohtani. And most are still here as Vaughn drives one into the gap in right center field over his Paez to make the catch. Vaughn is out number 1. Sal Frelick is coming up.
Center field number 10, Sal Frelick.
First pitch to Sal. Popped up, third base side and foul, out of play. Dodgers trying to become just the third team ever to pitch 5 straight games, allowing 1 run or fewer in postseason history. The other 2, the 96 Braves and the 81 Dodgers. Historic stuff as Frelick guides one to second base. Edman has it, goes to second for 1. That's all they'll get. Frelick safe at first on the fielder's choice, and the Brewers are down to their final out of the season. Caleb Durbin, who made the final out of game number 3 yesterday, is at the plate. Durbin, a double in 3 at-bats. He scored the only run tonight for Milwaukee. Sasaki sets, and the pitch, a fly ball to right, sends Paez back onto the warning track. He makes the catch, and the Dodgers are headed to the World Series. The magical run of 2025 for the Milwaukee Brewers comes to a close at the hands of the reigning champions of baseball. The Dodgers have an opportunity to repeat. And the Brewers go down in 4 straight games in the National League Championship Series.